All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Marakakwadash. A double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere Shalom to Yaki in bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. And as you see here, it says this article is from Twisted Sifter, and it says science has created a modular body that's living but's not alive. Right? And when you look up this word modular, it says employing or involving a module or modules as the basis of design or construction, relating to an educational course designed as a series of independent units of study that can combine in a number of ways. Let's see, that's modular, right? Let's see if it has any more. That's pretty much it for modular, right? But this is when I first seen it, man. You know, I watched it like this shit is freaky, man. But we understand this is all the doings of Esau. As the scriptures say, he is wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. He does a diligent search in trying to, discover how Yahweh Shema Shai is created, man. And this devil tries to replicate it, but he can only go so far, understanding that he's a mere mortal, man. Hey, but when you look at this, and I'm gonna play the video, Lord will, but I want to read it. It says, when you take the human body down to its most basic components, you can take it apart and put it back together again in so many ways, right? And we know Esau is like the Dr. Frankenstein, man. He wants to, when you watch Toy Story, see it, and he was breaking down and destroying all the toys to try to rebuild them better, even though he was destroying them, man. He was creating so-called just freaks, man. Took the baby head off the doll and put it on like a mechanical spider, so forth and so on, man. This is how Esau gets down. This man is just he's perverse. He's perverse. It says that's why biologist Cornelis Vlasman sees it as a biological Lego system. He's built a clickable system of interchanging organs and has brought it to life, sort of, right? It says in his fictional experiment, he created a living, organic being formed from his own cells and named it Oscar. The being needs technology to work, and each of its parts are interchangeable, so unique arrangements can be created. Hey, now we understand this is something that Esau ultimately does want to create because he wants to be able to merge man with machine. He wants to go into biohacking and transhumanism. That's part of his NWO to put, these different machines within the human body, specifically the MOTB, which is the RFID chip. He wants to put this in you so that you slowly become, a cyborg under his command and under his watch. He ultimately wants to be as the Most High. So matter of fact, I'm going to grab that out of the book of 2 Thessalonians, because this is what this experiment shows as well. The 2 Thessalonians 2:4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as a God sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is a power. Right? Esau wants to be omnipotent. He wants to be omniscient. All seeing, all knowing, all powerful, all doing. Right? That's why he sets up these cameras. So he's able to monitor people, and you have it in your phones. He's taking his technology of AI and is making sure that it's able to capture the essence of a person and even alter and change your facial expressions to match what you could potentially say, man. And that's part of how he's also going to persecute Yahweh Shema Shai's prophets, man. By his AI, his deep fake technology. But nevertheless, to get back to this point, it says he created a living, organic being formed from his own cells and named it Oscar. The being does need technology to work, which that's what he wants people to run off of, technology. It says, and each of its parts are interchangeable, so unique arrangements can be created. It says he showed off his brain module a few years ago, which was a fully electric device And there it goes. And connected it to a brain module, much like what Elon Musk has done with Neuralink. It says the two parts interacted immediately. And the same happened when he added a kidney module and a couple of limbs just for fun. Right? But when you watch this thing move, it's creepy, man. It says watching it move is actually kind of disconcerting. Let's go what does word disconcerting mean. It says unsettling, causes one to feel unsettled, right? And I'm gonna play the video. It says Vlasmins doesn't agree. Of course he doesn't, because he Edomite. Saying the prototype changes the human body from a closed system to an open source system. If an organ gets ill, you can easily replace it with a new one. And that's ultimately how the elites think too. You know, they'll take a heart out of somebody, to make sure that they can get 12 plus heart transplants, man. You know, this is how they move. It says, if an organ gets ill, you can easily replace it with a new one. The modular body will become alterable and adaptable to all kinds of situations. And that's ultimately what he wants to be able to do with people, man. He wants to be able to switch out parts and switch in parts like you Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Right? So I'm going to play this video. Hey, Lord will, it don't get copyrighted. And you see it beating as a heart beats. Like it's breathing just like a human lung. And it's just creepy, man. And when the scriptures say newly created creatures, that's what my mind went to when I seen this, man. Because that's not a living, organism, so to speak. It's not a living being. It's not an animal, but it still moves as such. It was breathing, so to speak. So Esau's is a mad scientist. It says it's wild to think about biological body parts being controlled by an electric brain. Hey, well, that's ultimately what he's having his AI robots do. They have an electronic brain, which goes back to a bunch of algorithms that Esau programmed within it, right? It says, I imagine there are all kinds of applications and ways to integrate this when it comes to stem cell research and organ replacement going forward. I just don't know if I'm prepared for science fiction to become reality. Hey, well, the reality is, he is going to try to use this within his modern medicine. As you've seen, he said he wants it to help function brains, right? Which is all part of that system. But I also want to grab this because he kept talking about, if an organ fails, then we'll be able to switch that limb out, right? Or that organ out. This is Revelation 13. And I'm going to start here at 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Right? So he is ultimately going to have people, and not only in a desperate state, but in a state of believing that he is a God, because he's going to come with all these solutions to your problems, quote unquote. The medical system does it now. Oh, well, you have a headache, take this. Oh, you have high blood pressure, take this. Prescribing you all these medications, pharmakia, but ultimately is just killing you. It's a slow death, because if this devil really wanted to change things and to help, he could create cures for everything. He understands that all the cures derive from the medicines of the earth in which Yahweh Shem Shai made. But instead he does what? He strips those herbs, those plants of specific benefits, and then laces them with chemicals. And these chemicals in turn affect your body adversely, which is why I'll say, oh yeah, It'll help with your congestion. Hey, but next thing you know, and you have headaches. You know, it'll help stop your allergies from acting up. Hey, but now you have internal bleeding. That's because this devil always has an ulterior motive to continue to feed off of his system, man. So now he's telling you, hey, if an organ is damaged, hey, we're going to be able to just switch it out. You know, as if that's the way the human body was created. No, it takes more than that, man. Ultimately, and when you look at the miracles in which Yahweh Shema Shai and the apostles did, it was by the individual's faith they were healed. And they didn't have to go under the knife. You know, it was no contract they had to sign up and then go through insurance. No. It was an immediate, it's like an immediate heal. Immediately healing them, man. You know? It says, and deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. You know? Hey, but the scriptures also call a physician with no value. And when we go into the book of Job, it says, yea, ye are all forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value. So I believe it's 13:4. Yeah, this is Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. And I also want to go into the book of Sirach 13, right? Because there's this particular point that I want to touch up on. And because to the average person, they'll think, oh yeah, this is a good idea. You know, anybody suffering through, a particular illness or organ failure, they're able to just switch it out. But no, man. You got to understand this devil wants something in return, which is ultimately your soul. And that's why Revelation 18 chapter speaks about and found in her were the souls of men, right? That's Sirach 13. This is 4. It says, Sirach 13:4. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. And so once he's done with you, he's just going to throw you away and allow you to quote unquote fend for yourself, whatever that may be. Ultimately, if it's not hearkening into his program, he's going to ostracize you, but he'll give you a treat for the moment just so you put enough trust in him to give him your life, man. But you see what he's doing here, man. He's trying to exalt and be as a Yahweh Shema Shai, man, by creating, stuff like this. Like only someone sick would create a device, that even, moves and acts like this, man. It look like something out of a horror film, But hey, you can't expect, nothing righteous out of this man. Nothing righteous is gonna come from him. Hey, but I just want to show forth this information to the body. Lord willing, it was edifying unto the body. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakwadash. A double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to all you Akim bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. Shalom.